Take a walk with me to the dark side, where the spirits are archived on the far side. Shadows with dark eyes and creatures that tell lies. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Ghosts. I am your host, SunRayki. So a few weeks ago, I went camping and got a bunch of creepy ghost stories told by some of my friends and my wifey. And we were all sitting around a campfire, and it was a lot of fun. So here is that right now. Enjoy.
So this one time, I got hepatitis.
That's terrifying.
That was terrifying. It's the scariest moment of anybody's life. I got a blood disease from too much butt sex. Oh shit. I guess I could start with one of the earliest ones I remember was my mama used to live back in Sphinx Park, and that's not too far from here, actually. It's just on 285 there. You guys see that crossway where that lake is? Your mom actually just recently camped right next to there. Sphinx Park is kind of further down the road the other way. But I think I was 3, 4 years old. But my mama used to have this pull-out couch that turned into a bed. I used to sleep with her every single night when I was younger because, like, she didn't have a crib. My grandma was living with us. She'd sleep in the waterbed. My brother TJ on the little couch. My brother Sean in the room. And all of a sudden, my mom started noticing I'd go and I'd leave the bed, and I'd go to the kitchen for some reason, and I'd go and I'd fuck around in the fridge, right? She'd keep calling me back night after night. It's like, why the fuck does he keep going into the fridge? What does he want? Is he hungry? She'd offer me food. I wouldn't want any food, nothing like that. And I don't remember any of this because I was too young. But I, just hearing the stories, and my mama remembers one night specifically, she had noticed I got out of bed and was like preemptively like trying to get my ass. She was like, no, you ain't go fucking that fridge, boy. I'm not dealing with this tonight. You ain't hungry. You ate dinner. Fuck that shit. And so she wakes up and she kind of sees me in the light of the moonlight through the house, right? And so she's like, Scotty, come back to bed. And the fridge door opens up itself and the light just fucking illuminates me. And apparently I told her I was like, something. I was just like kind of speaking gibberish, not really knowing what I was talking about, but I was pointing at this thing. And so my mom kind of started to get up, and then the fucking fridge door slammed. Right, and then, she started freaking out, turning on every single light in the house. She's calling her mom, who lives I think was living at a different spot by then, who used to live with us, but it was her mother's house. But
That's creepy.
Yeah. And my mama and my aunt who used to live there, they both remember multiple different things. Back in the days that, with the pre-recorded Kodak shit, you could very easily pick up orbs. Bro, I could show you the pictures. So many pictures with crazy amount of orbs in them. They're like, oh, that's the light. Pictures at different times of the day with them and everything. I mean, we're talking up to like 7, 8 in one fucking picture, So everybody had a bunch of bad experiences. Not like I say bad, but scarier experiences with like little things happening here and there, and different experiences with spirits. After that, though, my mama was like, we need to move the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
So we ended up leaving that house after that. Cause that was some like poltergeist level shit. So I think that's the youngest one. There was another time I took mushrooms, and this was back at Harris Park with my homegirl Hannah, and everybody used to just trip, get fucked up, drunk at her house all the time, man. That shit was that forest around there. Everybody had weird experiences, different shit to tell. Cameron's got stories of some creepy shit happening back in these woods. But I remember we all did fuck ton of mushrooms. We're just snacking on them like legit, like in a bowl. We're all just picking out of it, getting fucked up, and everyone can like eat however many they want. And there was a certain part of the trip where I wanted air. I wanted to get the fuck outside, you know. And everyone was like, "Dude, fuck that, man. There's weird energies out there. Don't fuck with that shit." And everyone's like, I don't know. I thought they were just trying to psych me out of shit, but I guess the homegirl was like having this trippy experience looking out of her window, and she's like, fuck, I'm seeing some shit, whatever. You know, I was fucked up. I was tripping, so I didn't really give a shit. But I ended up chilling outside, you know, looking in the moonlight, minding my own business. And, you know, they're jamming music inside, and then randomly I hear this Pink Floyd song fucking come on. And my trip just starts to change, man. Everything became fucking surreal. It was almost as if everything I saw started becoming a cartoon. And everything was so much more real and vivid than fucking reality. And all of a sudden, like, it started getting fucking bright outside, man. Way brighter. And then my focus comes to this tree, and this vivid pink, almost like electricity, started vibrating behind the tree. And I just saw it, and I was like, whoa, dude, this tree is fucking crazy. What the fuck, man? Whoa. And then I shit you not, this pink horn pokes out from the side of the tree, and then it becomes this whole mask that just peeks out from behind the tree, just a skull of a deer, just a bright pink vibrating electric skull deer peeks out from the side of the tree. And I'm making eye contact. The only part of it that was dark was the hole for the eyes. It walks out from behind this tree, and then I see the rest of its body, and it's just like tangles of electricity. And it slowly starts to fucking walk out to me, and I'm listening to this Pink Floyd song. It was called Closer. I don't fucking know. Later to learn out, I'll tell you something. But it slowly walks up to me, and like everything starts getting brighter and brighter around me. It's almost like I'm having a fucking Caesar or some shit, dude. The amount of fear that I felt, it was just like pain was just eminent throughout every single ounce of my body. I couldn't fucking do anything. I was just frozen in stillness as this thing just started creeping towards me. I was captivated too at the same fucking time. I didn't know what was going on. And then all of a sudden, you know, like my brother comes outside and he touches me on the shoulder. Everything goes back to fucking nighttime, and it's like a different song playing. And then I barely remembered what the fuck just happened. I was like, oh. He was like, oh, dude, we're tripping. Let's go party. And like, I was in a different fucking world, dude, within a few fucking seconds.
Here you go.
That shit tripped me the fuck out. I wouldn't necessarily say that's spiritual, but that's definitely something that has kept with me to this day. Later to find out that exact song I was listening to by Pink Floyd was the song that my mother got raped to by my father when he drugged her with him and multiple of his friends, which was supposedly 9 months before I was born.
Wow.
Which is some even fucking trippier shit. So that exact song, because I remember it came on the radio, and she will scream and she will like punch her fucking radio and just like freak out to turn down the fucking radio. She always say she fucking hates Pink Floyd because of that one fucking song. She was fucking raped to it. She was drugged by my father, and I guess like she said 2 or 3 of his friends fucking took turns at me. Or at her. Sorry.
It sounds like
And that made me.
it's a lot of spiritual connections.
Music is powerful, dude, for sure. That's that's a whole nother world if you think about it, you know? What kind of vibes and emotions somebody puts into a song you listen to every single time you play it. Could definitely bring some shit out.
Oh yeah.
You know? Especially a band like Pink Floyd. You know, them motherfuckers ain't normal. Listen to that shit. Just fucking another brick in the wall. What the fuck are you talking about? What? Hey, teacher. Like, what the fuck?
Alright. Any more ghost stories, anybody?
Yeah, somebody else gotta take a turn.
Jordan, you got ghost stories?
I have to think about it.
Okay. Babe, you should start telling our experience about last night.
Alright.
You can
didn't
talk
have
about
an
the
experience.
lights in the sky.
Well, that's all I gotta say. I don't
Okay.
do ghost stories. So, last night.
Oh, Jesus. Come on, I'm scared already.
Last night here, me and Jessy were watching the sky and smoking in the front seat, and we saw a whole bunch of like really crazy lights in the sky. Like, you know, you can tell the airplane pattern in the sky.
Yeah.
Well, these lights that were flashing in the sky were not an airplane, and it was not on the trail of an airplane track, like way or anything like that, and it was just random, and it was going really fast, and it was like this light was just bouncing all around in the sky. So it was really crazy. Might have been an alien encounter witnessing.
What time was it?
It was about 9:30, 10 o'clock. The creepy lights happened, and then it disappeared. And then we were just sitting there. God damn it. Sitting there, okay? And all of a sudden, I seen the shadow of somebody walk out of the woods and walk in front of the RV and up the driveway up there, like as if it was just somebody like going to pee and walking back to their camp. But there were no footsteps whatsoever. Could not hear them. And people even came and walked up the driveway later on that night, and you can hear their footsteps all the way to the bathroom. And this shadow that I saw, you could not hear any footsteps. And I just got that like really eerie feeling. And I immediately had to say, I even told Jessy, I was like, I'm sorry, but I have to say this. If there are any spirits here, you're not allowed in my RV. But that was here. That's creepy.
Yeah, we saw a UFO for sure. I'm almost positive.
And that was my second time seeing something like that. Because in Golden, one night...
You can't see it from this angle, but from the front of the RV right down the road, there are, you can see 2 visible, what she meant by tracks is basically air traffic. There are 2 steady air traffic lines. You can actually see one right now. That's one. And so, and then further down from where that plane was, if you've seen
Jordon.
it, down in the skyline is the second one. And there's about every, 10 minutes maybe, you'll see that one plane in that same spot in the sky, and then you'll see the other one shortly after, a little lower. But right smack dab in between those 2, there was a light that wasn't, you could tell it wasn't a plane. Okay, it didn't have the flashing lights. Fine. It didn't have the flashing lights like planes do. but it was right in between the two plane tracks, and it was like it would a real strobe, but a slow strobe, not like a fast one, and it would just dart back kind of like random directions. It wasn't flying like a fucking plane, and it would just strobe, and 1 minute it'd be here, and then it would like strobe over here, and then it would strobe over here, and then it'd strobe over here again, and it fucking just did that on and off in that one area for how long?
Oh man, I feel like it was forever.
It was probably
Like
at
10?
least, no, it was at least 20 minutes that we watched that thing just kind of shoot across and dart and flicker in that area. It's trippy. Maybe we'll see it
Trying to think
Aliens,
of
my
another
ghosts.
one I have.
I mean, I was watching the 4th of July fireworks on Federal years and years and years ago with my daughter, and her mother's family and stuff. I shit you not, bro. Watching the fireworks, and
Did he move?
I seen
Yeah, I guess.
a light that was just chilling in the atmosphere, looked like a star, come down to like one of the buildings. I swear it circled around one of those skyscrapers down in downtown Denver. It moves, it disappeared, came back, disappeared, and I never saw it again. But I remember the entire fireworks show was like, I'm like, what the fuck, did you just see that? And it was like, whoa, I'm like, bro, did you see that fucking, that fire? It's like,
That's
a
crazy.
dumbass ex was the only one that fucking listened to me. It was like, oh, what? Flying saucer? Yeah, okay. But that shit will not leave my mind, dude. That's the only time I've ever seen flying lights in the sky. I've heard a lot of stories from friends, shit.
That was the first time last night that I ever seen it like that.
Yeah.
That I can't, because I'm an over-explainer. I'm like, I'll explain anything. It ain't fucking supernatural. Like, I tell you what it is. But I kept watching those two planes, and they're little going in their steady motion and consistently, and then them fucking jumping ass little fucking whatever that was. It's like, that ain't a star. I don't know. Like, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what would do that. And they weren't super bright and obvious. Like, it was, you had to be kind of looking to notice.
Yeah, it was kind of creepy.
Yeah, you know how everyone else is like, there were these 3 super bright lights that came out of the sky. No, like, you had to kind of be watching.
Very well paying attention.
Yeah.
And it's almost like illusion magic. You know what I
Like,
mean?
Honestly,
Like,
I don't know
it's-
if she would have noticed if I didn't point it out.
Dude, fuck. I don't know why I've never told anyone this before. Have you guys ever been watching what you think is a plane in the sky and it totally changes fucking shape as it goes over you?
No, I've
You've never
seen
had that? That happens to me all the fucking time. All the fucking time. I'll be like, I'll hear the plane. I look for him. That's some weird habit I have.
I do
When
too,
I'm at
all
work,
the time. You can ask her.
even,
I'll hear it and
I'll
I'm
be like,
like,
what the fuck? Like, let me check what the fuck. Who's in my airspace, bitch? I don't know. It's some weird. It creeps me out. I don't like planes. But so many times I've seen what's just like something very, very oddly shaped, and it's not it coming into, vision. Right? That, I understand that, but I swear, it's like this shit's in focus, and I'm watching it, and it will literally change shape into like a plane shape. But it's like when I'm watching it beforehand, and like the noises that it makes, it's almost as if it has some camouflage thing that detects when I'm looking at it. Either that or some kind of weird neural pathway was carved in my brain to tell me like, no, that's a plane, and it won't let me see it as something else. That's almost more what it feels like, because I'm like very, very nervous and creeped out about it.
Mm-hmm.
And
You
I'm
just
like,
get a certain feeling when it's
so
a
unnatural.
supernatural thing.
Yeah.
Here's the flashlight. I'm gonna drop it.
More flashlight. Okay.
I'm gonna drop it.
I mean, we're. Oh God. I was just like.
You took that one right to
Shit, dude. I don't know. I was just talking about fucking. Honestly, and I wouldn't even call that UFO shit. I wouldn't even call it UFO shit. You know, because I've literally never once been like, oh, those are UFOs. Definitely, that light I saw down in Denver was very, very decisive. Very decisive. That was no question in my mind. I'm like, that shit is inhuman. Not supposed to be here.
This one time when we were staying in Golden, I seen like a bunch of flashing lights above my head, and I looked up at the sky, and there was like, it was kind of like a cloud, but underneath the cloud there was like a million different lights just flashing like a heartbeat. And like I just got this like really weird feeling like I was looking at something that I shouldn't have been looking at. And I was just like mesmerized by it, but terrified at the exact same time. Like, what the hell am I looking at? Am I supposed to be seeing this? I don't think I'm supposed to be seeing this. I think I'm seeing something that I'm not supposed to be seeing. And I didn't even have my phone on me to take a picture or a video or anything. I never. And then I went to go get Jessy, and it was gone. So yeah, I was really creeped out. Now every time I go to Golden, I'm always looking in the sky for it. I'm like, oh, am I gonna see it again? When am I gonna see it? Where is it? It was creepy.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You ever see that movie Chicken Little?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, a piece of the sky falls down, and it was like it was a piece of shit. Like, who is gonna say that our stars are made up like that? That's a whole stipulation between a lot of fucking people. And I don't know, man. I feel like they definitely have the power to camouflage themselves like that. You know?
I have a friend that used to live up here. He might still live up here, I'm not sure, but he used to tell me that he would watch like spaceships come straight out of the side of the mountains up here at night, and like really weird lights that would just like hover for a while and then go straight into a mountain or something like that. And, like,
I've heard
said it was
stories
really
like that,
weird.
dude. I've
Up
heard
here
stories like that.
in Bailey, Colorado.
It's like they're all like, there's this base in there, man, and these doors open up in the trees, and they go in there, dude. That's not an uncommon
You know, like,
thing.
what if it's just as simple as they own a house up here and they just walk in the front door of the house, and then underneath is where they keep everything? Like, I kind of think they might look like us.
I mean, what do you mean, they?
Aliens.
They,
like,
you know who
you
they
think
is.
I think they look just like us. And I think that's why, like, the government's even admitted that they have faked alien encounters and, like, videos and stuff, when those videos have actually been of, like, just deformed people. And they put it off as aliens. And I think it's because they don't want us to see or realize that they look like us. We're not going to be able to tell the difference. There might be slight differences, but I don't think it's much. That's from that show we just watched, isn't it?
Yeah, the one I can't.
Definitely believe that they're. I mean, how the fuck do you explain the pyramids? The fact that they found copper wiring laced through these very, very specific dimension, creations. 3 different sizes, 3 different places. There's also, their descriptions of the pyramids, the people who made them themselves, and through the hieroglyphics, these researchers say that they were described as flat. But there was this limestone that covered them. is the whole thing. And that is that, over time got weathered and destroyed and stuff like that. Well, what is limestone known for? It has,
Retaining energy.
yeah, conductivity, basically. And with that copper wire, who's to say there was some, and they were told in those same hieroglyphics, it said that they were led by something else. Basically, I'm not a fucking geologist, but basically that something else told them and guided them. They had these gods, that they wrote about. And, you think about these massive, buildings and the way that, humanity has taught us that they were built is there's no, that would be such a ridiculous amount of manpower to carry one of those sandstones up. How tall those fucking pyramids are, up those slants, and you even think about it like, what would they have used to slide them and put them in the perfect spot too, every single time, for it to be an exact geometric shaping.
Well, and then all the pyramids are lined up.
Well, yeah, but you know how many pyramids there are? There's way more than just those three.
Yeah, there's more than just those three. That's just the, what is it, pyramids of Giza?
Yeah.
Right, those
but
three?
The trippy part is, not only that they did all of that, but they did all of that within like 200 years. All of that. Every single one of those. Today, we just watched something where they're talking about building a fucking bridge today with today's technology, and it would take them fucking like 40 years to build that today, and that's not even a fucking pyramid built to those specific ass standards.
You can blinded.
I am
It
blinded.
gets you in the shot. You gotta deal with it.
But no, the pyramids and every single other megalithic thing found on Earth all over the globe have that same copper in the fucking stone.
What?
Every single one of them.
No way.
Yes, and they all, dude, and I shit you not, they fucking mapped the shit out on a globe, and it's in a fucking grid. Every single one of these fucking monolithic fucking mega structures from way back when that are made from the same fucking copper fucking in the stone are on a grid. The Earth itself is a fucking, it's an energy source. We are a fucking energy. We just don't know how to use it because I think it still works. I just think we don't know how to use it. Even with the limestone off the pyramids and shit, like, I believe that's all those structures are still mostly in their spots where they should be. So if we just figured out how to fucking turn that shit on, I bet you it works. But isn't that fucking crazy, dude? Every single one of them, the pyramids, and then the Mayan fucking pyramids all the way over on the other side. Easter Island connects to that fucking grid. And then what's that other Stonehenge? That's on there. And then the what the fuck? Some kind of lines. There's lines. I can't remember the name of them. But there's specific
Fault
lines. No, they're just lines of big fucking rock stones that go on for miles in straight fucking lines. And they literally all fucking line up perfectly with this fucking grid of how all of this it's all energy. And that's how the fucking aliens used it. And that's how they got us to build it. They think that we built it, but we had help, obviously. Obviously, we can't build fucking 200 pyramids in a couple of years. That's just, to this day, that's impossible. So how did we do it thousands of years ago in the fucking Stone Age with our bare hands? Like, that shit is impossible.
It's all crazy.
I like how it went from like
scary. It's a
Alien.
yeah, it's a alien.
Alright guys, I really hope you liked that. So this is actually going to be a 2 or 3 part episode thing because we got so much content. So I really hope you liked that little bit of ghost and a lot of alien talk. So till next time, keep it creepy. Bye!